What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another live Thursday night with the garage. We got some people in here already. What's going on, everybody? Let's see what we got. We got WS6. Good to see you. Good to see you. Kinghead TV, Mike, Joseph, Cole, Arkansas Matt's back. Dale, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another week. Hopefully everybody has survived the crazy cold weather that's been going on. It was absolutely miserable the last 2 days. Not too bad today. I'm hoping that the snow quits falling. I'm tired of the snow. Other than that, what up, Jonathan? What's new? The dogs are going crazy. There's probably deer in the yard. Nothing new on this side. Nothing at all. Not a single thing. I bought a car. We have the new project car. It is not here yet. It'll probably, I don't know, at least a week or so before it gets here. I'm excited. We got something to put the LS3 in with the core. And it really doesn't need much else for once. It doesn't need months worth of doing all the little stuff. Oh my God, my hair's getting long. It's about time for a haircut again. I keep on turning my head the wrong way. Screw it. Just doing it. We're looking crazy today. Here, there we go. Hey, Michael. Welcome to the live stream. What is it? Well, it is a car that was made before 1975. I'll tell you that much. You guys want to do a giveaway? Anybody down for a giveaway today? Nah, nobody wants to do a giveaway. Okay, maybe we won't do a giveaway. You guys don't like giveaways, do you? No K-Truck. Nope. What would I do? I broke something. Car giveaway? No, I wish. I can give away the 442. I still have the VIN and title for it. I cut the VIN out of it before I threw the rest of the car away. No wide bands today. We're going to give away a couple hats. How about a couple Go Rope Garage hats? They've been sitting around for forever, so you guys want a couple? I'm going to give a couple away for free. So, the raffle has started. Jump in. What's going on, Camaro? Good to see you again. Mr. Buchanan, welcome to the live stream. Yeah, so, I'm not going to spoil it quite yet, but we do have a new project car coming into the garage. I think you guys will be excited. I'm hanging in there. I was telling Mrs. Garage earlier that this week has literally been the slowest / busiest week I think I've ever had. It has been, I feel like I have been running nonstop, just balls to the walls the entire time. But I feel like during that process, time has been creeping. Normally, whenever that happens, it's like boom, boom, boom. Everything's going fast. ICT car guy, it is not an A-body. I'll be honest with you. I am never probably going to get another A-body. I love A-bodies, don't get me wrong. But I have found that there's another format, GM format, that I prefer and that I know better. Dude, ICT car guy, I did have a lot of replacement metal. It ended up in the trash. in my cleaning spree, I literally threw away so many fender wells and floors after the 442 debacle. Just got rid of it. Now, some of the more expensive, harder to find trim, I've sold some of it. Some of it I've given away. What's going on, Andrew? And the floors and stuff, that stuff wasn't expensive. But like I had mirrors and stuff like that. That stuff is expensive. Not a G body. Mike, you're close. You're close. That's all I'll say. It is an F body. We have an F body on the way. And which is just basically, you know, an X body, F body. It's the same thing. So Honda Civic. Oh, mercy. So what's going on? Anybody got anything going on? Anything new? I see T-Car guy in here just throwing jokes. I'll be honest with you, Mike. Do not like the Firebirds. I am not a fan of... I just don't like the front ends of it. Chevy, how'd your tuning session go? In Arkansas, Matt has a bunch of locked up 6.2s. I hope you mean that you've got them locked up in your garage and that they're not physically locked up themselves. I read some sarcasm in the great. Is it more Tony the Tiger great? Or is it great? Wait a second. What's going on at the dealership with the 6.2s being locked up? I don't know, Mike. You'll just have to wait and see. That's all I'm going to say. Really? What's going on? Give me some insight. You know what? To hell with it. Let me find a picture of it. I'll just show you guys. Listen. I wish it was a 63 split window. In fact, Schmidthead, I was looking for a C1 or a C2. The market on those are absolutely atrocious. Like, I am not paying what they were, you know, what they're asking for that stuff. It's mind-blowing. Okay. Let's see. Let me see. How can I show this to you without... Do it this way. Save this. Stupid thing. Some days I swear I don't know how to use the internet. Let's try this. Aha! Okay. Will this work? Does this work? Can you see this? You know what? You're not the first one that I've heard that from. About $2,500 with the $7,000 core charge. Oh man, listen. I looked at so many C1, C2s. I really wanted a 62. Just was not feasible. Where am I at? There I am. Here. And I don't have my background thing set up. So let me do that. Let me get this. Let me get me out of the way. Okay, there we go. So this is our new 1968 Camaro. Pretty well spec'd out. It's got a 502 in it, which we will be taking out and selling because I don't need another big block sticking around. It's just a way to recoup some of the cost. But has Woodwood brakes, Woodwood master cylinder. It's already got Caltrax, split monos, Calvert Racing adjustable shocks. It's got a roll cage, not a full cage, with all of the door bars and stuff, so that you know you can still use the back seat, etc., etc., etc. I paid more for it than I wanted to, but there's so much done that normally I do for every car. If you've seen any of the stuff that I've done, I always do Willwood brakes. I always do, you know, brakes are big things. Got all new brake line, stuff like that. That's stuff I don't want to mess with. Now, I don't really care for the torque thrust wheels. But needless to say, welcome back, Ben. Needless to say, got a built turbo 400 with the stall converter in it, all that stuff. So the motor can come out, new motor can go in. It is not in Oklahoma. So it does look like Oklahoma. Has vintage air in it already, you know, stuff like that, you know. And vintage air is getting more and more expensive. And I've already got the stuff for the LS3. I've already got the air compressor with the serpentine belt and the brackets and all that stuff for air conditioning. So this will be literally, I can take the motor out, put the LS3 in, wire up the core, and go. Very close, Mike. And I'll be honest with you, I don't like the 69 Camaros. I don't like the body line that goes down the fenders. I think it kind of detracts from the car. Now, I will say, this is not an original SS. It's not an original 427, any of that crap. It's a dolled up tribute car. This grill's got to go. These headlights got to go. It's got to have an RS front end put on it because 68 RS is where it's at. But yes, this is the new project car. Congratulations, you got... Oh, God. Listen, my YouTube money... It would take me, I don't know, 20 years. Listen, split windows are appreciating at a faster rate than I am making money from YouTube. Yeah, Mike, this is going to be the full-blown core experience. We're going to go through doing the wiring install. I'm going to do some I have the bulkhead connectors, you know, the mil-spec connectors. I think I will finally use those, stuff like that. And there's I've got some other stuff I can't talk about right now that we will get into as we start doing the project. So obviously keep your eyes peeled for that. But the cool thing about it is that we're going to be able to get it on the road quick and start tuning the core and going through all the stuff that's required for that. So and that's what it boiled down to. If you're on the Patreon, you notice I posted a video talking about I was going to go look at a car today. It was actually a 67. Then I found this one and bought it instead. So I was looking for a 67 or 68. I like 68s a little bit more because they don't have the wing window, the vent window in front, like the Novas. L83 is the new LS3. I agree with that 100%. LA3 is going to be, I think, what we see more and more. I don't know if I call it the new LS3, LQ4 maybe, the new LQ4. It's going to be the new popular swap. And they're going to get, I mean, we're going to see a lot more of them. They're going to be, you're going to get to the point where you can start pulling them in junkyards and stuff like that. Like whenever they introduced that back in 2015, 2014, around there, 2014, I guess it was, the L83s, you couldn't pull one because anything that got wrecked that had one in them, you know, was going to go to a salvage yard that was just going to tear it down and sell parts. It's that generation of truck is now getting to the point where you're going to be able to start finding them in pull apart yards and stuff like that. The market's going to slow down on what they can, you know, basically gouge people on eBay for crap like that. It's, you know how it goes. And I think it's a great little motor. GM Crate LS3 seems decent for the price. Is there any quality issues on the Crate engines? Not that I know of. Is the L87, what's the nomenclature or whatever for the new 6.6 liter? Jonathan, I don't know. Somebody in chat, the L8T, somebody in chat might be able to say, mine's a GMP motor, my LS3. And I've only got 5 miles on it. So, but I don't know. So I've got to get the Nova running this weekend so I can get it moved over onto the lift. Still need to do the overdrive and stuff like that. I'll be honest with you. I love the 598 and the Nova, but I'm so over big blocks right now. Just get an LS. If you're doing something, just put an LS in it. Make your life easy. What up, Jim? Just big blocks are awesome. Don't get me wrong. Just get an LS. Oh yes, Ben. Listen, and I had so much going on, and on top of just not feeling good, that I didn't make it to PRI this year. I will be there, or last year. I will be there in 2025. Promise you. Unless a natural disaster or something keeps me from it, I am coming to PRI, and I feel bad because I told the Elite Tune guys I'm going to be there, and they even sectioned me off some space, and I just it just was it's a long story. What trans Turbo 400 for now? I don't know. I might get a hair up my ass and decide to put a manual in it, because while this car is kind of set up for street strip, I don't know. I might go have some fun at the drag strip for a while, and then at some point in time, I'll probably switch over and resto mod it, because I don't need 2 drag cars. Seems like some of the crate motors are running 100,000 plus, and some are locking up on startup. You have no problem with warranty, though, if that happens. Can always do an oil lab analysis, too. Oh, bro, Ben, I apologize. Man, that's a bummer. Email me, Ben. I'll make it up to you. Send me an email, info@goatropegarage.com. Because I hate to hear that. And that's the thing. That's like one of the great events for me to get out and meet people and shake hands and stuff like that. Boosted LS1 on stock math. Should I upgrade to the LS3 math for tune for speed density? Okay, so what you're going to run into, is the math is going to run out. Stock math, because of it having a lockdown size, going to max it out. Now, if the thing runs smooth enough, like if you don't have a crazy cam in it, I would try and stick to the math. But if you're getting reversion and stuff like that, on third gen's SD tuning's so easy. Oh, sweet, got to meet Billy from SRC. That's awesome. What is the secret to life? Give us some advice. Okay, that's a great question, Silver Surfer. The secret to life is always tune with a wideband. I've been thinking about this all day, actually. Always tune with a wideband. 42. Yes, if you're what is the Guide to the Galaxy? Idiot's Guide to the Galaxy. It's not Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Can I get another 42 in the chat? Another 42. Is there one more? Even better, can we get 4 more people in here to make the viewer count be 42? Call your friends. Wide bands and deep pockets. Listen, you don't have to have deep pockets. Unless you're LS swapping something. I bought a $1,000 set of headers today for a car that's not even being delivered yet. Yes, we do have. Well, it works. Nerds and tuning go hand in hand. So why are we surprised? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cut it. There's how Arkansas Matt. If you want to save money, just cut the bottoms of your pockets out so the money falls out to the ground. Dude, Silver Surfer is doing the world a solid with his stuff. Everybody, if there's anybody in here that has not subscribe to Silver Surfer 77's channel. I believe Silver Surfer, I think you're a mod, so you can paste a link to your own channel. Go check it out. Go check it out. Subscribe, drop him a sub. Watch his videos. Great information. Another super duper nerd in the tuning world. And I love that. The more nerds that we can get, the better. Especially nerds like Silver Surfer that's willing to share what they learn instead of being, oh my goodness, it's the tuning, the secret society. I can't share all these secrets because I want to take advantage of people who don't know any better. Bro, hey man, whatever you got to do. 3 wideband semi-permanently mounted in 3 different LS vehicles, all with USB cables attached to the widebands laying under the seats. I love it. I love it. But next time we meet, I'll learn how to tune the Holly Rebel. No, you mean the Haltech Rebel Gen 4 ECU system. Ah, there it is. There it is. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie and act like I haven't left an AEM gauge in the box. You know, because that's the gauge holder. I gotta remember to restart my computer after this, so quit yelling at me. Jim Johnson says, Dyno versus Street Tune on LS1. Listen, they both serve different purposes. A blend of both is ideal. Street tune, you can do everything that you need to do. The big thing about it is street tuning will make sure that you dial in the street manners as much as possible on the car. You don't get that on the dyno, really. Like, I talk a lot about parking lot driving. That's what I refer to as, like, the street manners. Like, how easy can it drive through a parking lot without bucking and stalling and stuff like that? So, now, the other thing... Oh, Garrett, I will answer your question in a second, because I love it. The big thing about dyno, especially if you're paying somebody to dyno tune your car, is you often run into guys that throw it on the dyno, do a couple pulls, make good numbers, and then get off the dyno. They spend, 30 minutes, an hour on there and get off the dyno. Hand you a dyno sheet, say, oh yeah, hey, look, we made 470 horsepower with this. Yay! Our heads and cams making a difference or whatever. Then you go out and drive and it drives like crap because they did not do any street tuning on it. So it's really, I would say street tuning is more important. Now, if you're taking a car to the racetrack or something like that, just throw it on dyno, get it done real quick. Go back, Jim, and watch the episode, what was it, last week when we had Matt on? And we talked specifically about that topic because he does a lot of dyno tuning, and he gets into why he street drives a car usually before he even straps it to the dyno. Dyno tuning's really great because if you have a load cell dyno where you can actually load it up, you can hit cells that you normally would not hit on a VE table. And that's huge. That's the hardest thing about street tuning is dialing in the SD or the VE table. We'll just call it SD. Dialing in the SD table, it can be very hard on the street unless you live somewhere like I do where you've got very steep hills to drive up and weird gears to put weird loads on the motor. We just, a lot of these things, we just can't get the loads that we need. Oh, yes. I was asked Siemens or Allen Bradley. And I'll be honest with you. I'm an Allen Bradley guy. I'm an old school SLC5. I did slicks for forever. That being said, I've not touched an Allen Bradley in 10 years. I've done some Siemens stuff. The, what's the little Siemens? The S7s or whatever. I don't really work in an environment that requires me to work on facilities, big facilities anymore, where we had Allen Bradleys on them. Now it's a bunch of smaller stuff, and if we do need PLC controls, we do RTUs, remote terminal units, Emerson rocks, flow bosses, stuff like that. But some of the stuff, every once in a while, we'll run into something that we need actual PLC control, and we'll run a Siemens S7 for it. I will tell you though, when it comes to HMIs, big Redline fan. Love Redline HMIs. Okay, where are we at? David Restored asks Gen 3 how to unplug downstream O2s without going to open loop. Disable, I mean, for one, the downstreams really shouldn't affect open loop, but before you unhook the downstream O2 sensors, which, disclaimer, should never unhook downstream O2 sensors. They're there for emissions reasons. Just because I'm talking about it doesn't mean I've ever done it in my life. EPA, if you're still watching, I don't know. Go into the DTC list and disable them before you unhook them so you don't get permanent codes. Oh, yeah. Well, and that's the other issue is that P&W brings up. He says, I'm a sissy and I don't want to run fourth gear while open throttle on the streets. That's the thing, especially whenever you get into boosted stuff. Because whenever we get to the point where we're doing redline pulls on boosted stuff on the streets, it gets so fast and frantic and dangerous. So make sure you're in an area where there is no traffic. Like, don't risk anybody else. It's bad enough that we risk ourselves. Don't risk anybody else's sanity life. And did my mouse die? Nope. Okay, there it's back. Matt says, I think they're doing 7K on the cores because they have a huge shortage and need them back to build them, which would be interesting. And honestly, the Siemens software, the CompTIA stuff for the S7s and Jazz is a little bit counterintuitive, I find. On the 61151 side of things where you're using ladder and function block, I like some aspects of it, but I think Alan Bradley has better integration on that stuff. But this is not PLC talk. L87, 6.2 in the new body GM. They are investigating going on right now with the National Highway Safety Traffic Administration. Interesting. Did I miss anything? Kind of got off on a tangent. Wait a second. Let me resume entries on the drawing. Time is flying tonight. Okay, entries are back open. If you did not get in the drawings. What are you on, David? That's weird. The rear sensor should only be used for Oh, you just want the 7K back from the core. Seriously. I've heard that they might be doing that on other stuff. I don't think it's just on the L86. Is it with the big core stuff right now? And we're talking about engine core, turning cores for if you were have the motor locked up. I don't know. Arkansas Mac can probably answer since he's at a dealer. Uh-oh. Okay. I've got a standing arrangement tonight. So, we got about 5 minutes left. If the gear and tire wizard doesn't affect a change, is there something else the speedometer or trans I should look at? As far as it's not moving shift points or adjusting your speedometer? It's too hot in here to wear a hat, sorry. You guys are going to have to deal with the hair. It's very interesting. You need to look at shift points on the trans side, then you need to look at the calibration on the speedometer side, David. Those are what it affects whenever you do the gear and tire wizard. Off by 2 miles an hour, man. Bro. Live with it. 2 miles an hour is not off. 2 miles an hour is dialed in my world. P01. Man, David, I do not know. Gen 3 6-liter. That's a very interesting one that I guess I've not seen that. With the disconnecting the rears causing it to go into open loop. But I may have seen that. I may have seen that on one Gen 3 platform. I'm trying to think because I've got a guy with a truck down in Houston that we can't seem to get to go back into closed loop. I wonder if that's what's going on with that one. Uh-oh. Do you have a public service statement or do I? 7, what's going on? Yes, Joseph, it is a P01. Is that a thing just on the P01s that if the rears are unhooked? I'll be honest, I don't do much Gen 3 stuff anymore. Silver Surfer is talking, David Setliff, underneath Speedo. Here, I'll just show you. Hold on. I'll just show you. How's that? Doop, 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 doop. Let me open this one up. No, it's not for poor folk. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I think what it is a lot of the Gen 3 folks are tuning their own stuff. You know, which is awesome. Okay, so let's come in here. I don't even know. Oh, this is a 2009 Pontiac GTO. We'll go under the Speedo tab. This is a bad example. Okay, let me open up an earlier one. What are you working on, David Setliff? Okay. This is 2002 Corvette, so this should be... Here's a P01. Oh, I know. Viewer count skipped right past 42. Oh, well. 07 new buy style. Okay, let's look at an 07 new buy style in particular, which I don't have. We'll look at 07 Tahoe. So here's your driven tire circumference. That's going to be part of it. Then you've got your tire revs per rotation or whatever. So look at, if you highlight one of these cells and look down, it'll tell you exactly the number of tire revolutions per mile. So you'll have to do a calculator or whatever and figure it out. Pulses per mile. This PCM output calibration is the signal that's actually being sent to the speedometer cluster. So, but I think this is the big one. This sensor calibration right here is going to affect it because in theory, remember, in a lot of these tables, we work from, like we read, we go down, and then we go down, then we go down, then we go down. So this should come into effect before this does. The pulses that this is putting out per mile should be dictated on the VSS tire revs per distance, blah, 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 whatever. Does that make sense? That makes sense? Okay. Join the giveaway. I'm getting ready to end the giveaway. We're gonna give away a couple hats. People are annoying me. Okay. But as I said, if you're 2 miles an hour off, man, you're really fine too. Listen, I've got 21 people that have registered for the raffle. What are we doing? What are we doing, people? I want to see at least 25. We got 42 people in here. 42 here. So, and if you don't know if you are in the raffle, just do exclamation raffle again. Well, thank you, Silver Surfer. I appreciate that. Did I send it to you? Do I still have to send you out? I'm getting caught up finally. I think I've sent out everything that I've owed in the past. Maybe. If for some reason there's something that I owed you and you haven't gotten it yet, email me. Okay, there we go. There we go. The rest of the people, we're getting in here. I'm going to give it until the clock hits 8:27. Andrew, you're going to be waiting forever on that because I'm still waiting on that one. Raise your hand if you're a bot. If I have bots in here, that'd be great. I wish I'd have more than 20 bots. Okay, we got 25 people. That is not me. I am not GRG. Jim Johnson says he is, in fact, a bot. More Dodge tuning. Yes, Slime Cuda. Very soon. Very soon. I still have a table full of parts. Exclamation point raffle. That's all it takes. Exclamation point raffle. Correct. Jonathan says some tire companies will tell you the revs per mile if you go to the spec sheet. Ah, gotcha. Okay. And, okay, we'll let Windows get in. Come on. Is Windows on here? Let me make sure. I don't want to miss anybody. Doop. There's Tito. Naturally aspirated, no space, just exclamation point raffle. Yes. And that's the thing. Once that gets you in the ballpark, that's still not going to be 100%. That just puts you in the ballpark. Because you also have to remember that tires wear down, stuff like that, that changes. I would use a calculator. As I said, there are calculators specifically that you can go out there and put, these are 275, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it'll say this should be, 625 rotations per mile. Okay? Okay, naturally aspirated's in. We're closing the entries. Good luck. We're going to pick at least 2 winners. Let me look. Okay, we got 16 likes. I tell you, if we break 20 likes before I get done picking 2 winners, I will pick a 3rd winner. Okay? Okay, there's 17. So picking our first winner. Jim Johnson, congratulations. Look at this. Guy shows up day 1, wins a hat. Congratulations. Okay, winner number 2. Joseph Rigo. Congratulations. Joseph, are you still in here? You have to be present to win. I should have said that. Jim is a bot. Well, he did raise his hand or say he is a bot, right? And let's check. Oh, hey, we're at 30 likes. So you know what? We'll give away 2 more hats. How's that sound? Okay. Next winner, King Hated TV. Congratulations. Do. You hear your name, say something so I know you're here. Okay, there's King Hated TV. And last but not least, Andrew George. Congratulations, brother. Okay, listen. For those of you who are new and don't know the deal, send me an email. info@GoRopeGarage.com. Put in the title, hat winner. Then in the body, put your name, not your real name. I will need that, obviously, but put what your screen name is so I can come back and look at my list to make sure that you're legitimate. And then give me your address. And I also need to know what size. I've got small mediums. These are flex fit. I've got small mediums and large, extra large. Okay? So, and if you wear a small medium, thank you. Because I've probably got more small mediums than large extra larges right now. So, okay, guys. Gonna wrap it up. Great crowd tonight. Great crowd. Thank you, everybody. Congratulations to our winners. Silver Surfer, do you want to be on next week? Well, I've got you right now. Do you want to come on and guest host with me for next Thursday if you're available. Okay. You also send me an email so I don't forget, and I'll set up the invite and all that stuff, okay? So, you guys know the drill. Thanks for stopping by the garage. Remember, ABT, always be tuning. I'll see you guys next week.